Hello everyone, this is Joe for Soft Corners here, and for today's video I am doing a video response for John over at 3D80sKid, and probably try and make this relatively short. I know whenever I say that I usually don't, but I'm getting this right in on the deadline of the last day it's due. So John is celebrating 2 years on YouTube making content, which I did myself back in June, so we're pretty close together there. And so congrats, John, on that. And for this, he kind of remixed his original video, went back and looked at it, and his first video he posted, and then kind of wanted us to do the same as far as just looking back, either comment on that, or what our initial goals were and what we thought we were going to get out of it and what we have ended up getting out of it. So I will say part of my original goals was just to document my collection, and I have from time to time gone back and looked at some stuff that I know I've sold or traded, and gone back and looked at those in videos. So I'm glad I have that. That was one of my initial goals, main reasons. So that has been a success in that standpoint. Other than that, I don't usually go back and watch my videos. For this, I did go back and watch the initial one, and it's kind of funny. I thought, well, this is going to be cringy, and it actually kind of seemed more coherent, or my first video almost seemed a little bit better than my current ones. Just once I've become more relaxed, I maybe speak faster, or maybe don't focus as much and make more mistakes. And I'm always going to be a person that just hits record, does whatever. I mean, if I have a really big screw up or just completely freeze for like a minute, I've stopped and re-recorded stuff. But usually once I'm a couple minutes into recording, I just keep going, and I'm not going to edit it. I know that might not be the best presentation, or people might not like to watch it that way, but for me personally, it's just, if I spend all that time, which kudos to people who do, especially John, the time they put into their videos, but if I were to put that much time in, it would be a job to me, and I just would probably not end up keeping up with it or doing it. So you're always going to get the authentic experience, but anyway, looking back, like I said, I think I was focusing more. I think that might be the only video I ever jotted like notes down. I don't do that anymore. I probably should from time to time, because I get halfway through and I forget things completely, or things I want to touch on. But I probably spoke a little bit slower, or just made sure I was speaking correctly. But now I kind of just hit recording, whatever thoughts are in my mind just come out. And I know they get long because I keep repeating them over and over again. That's usually my biggest fault. But overall, I was quite surprised like how different it was. But I'm glad, not different, but how I thought it was going to be worse, but it actually ends up being the same. So overall, I'm just probably very cringy overall, but at least it kind of felt good knowing, like, at least like I said, you're always going to get the authentic experience. So I feel like I've stuck true to myself in the way I wanted to do this, and the way I just naturally am. So I'm kind of glad to me, viewing it was similar in that nature. So and then besides just documenting my collection, I also wanted to, I watched YouTube for years, probably 2-3 years at least, sports card content on YouTube, and just never really commented. So I started commenting months, years so leading up to me finally making content. And then a lot of that was just, I wanted to build those connections and have friends and people to talk to about cards. So that has been, I mean, everybody will always say that, and it's definitely no different for me. Has been such a success, and the best part about this, got to meet some people in Atlantic City at the National, and then this past year got to meet so many more people and stay with people and have just constant contact with. It was just so great, and so much fun to be able to do. So that's obviously the biggest success that I've found from making content. As far as anything that I wasn't expecting, or that was kind of like a pleasant surprise, or I guess just like a pleasant surprise, was that before I made content, I kind of just I kind of stuck to what I was just solely looking for. For a period, it was what the newest products were, so I'd watch like box breaks and stuff like that, and then became some things with player collections of modern, and then as I got into vintage, that really is where I started to watch a lot more content. But so when I got to the point where I was, what the biggest, most pleasant surprise is like watching content that is not something I may be actively doing, and I just genuinely sorry, just appreciate the passion that whoever is making content, or makes a video, just the passion that they show for what they're collecting. There's so many things, whether it's TTM, stuff I haven't really done. I've done one TTM. I want to get into it more, but stuff like that. I mean, I was more of a set builder, and I'm kind of transitioning out of that, just because I lack the focus to be able to concentrate on multiple things like that at one time and actually make any progress. But I still appreciate watching people that do. And then some things that I had kind of completely written off autographs, or it wasn't going to be a way I collected, and it's become like a big part of my collection now, both modern and modern players, but then also Hall of Famers on modern cards, autographs. So like I said, I didn't really think I'd be at that point, or it wasn't something I was expecting to find so many different ways to collect, and just enjoy watching so many different people collect different ways. So I kind of, I guess, a little bit of a PSA here, just if you don't watch content like that, I think you maybe, obviously I'm not telling you how to collect or what to watch, but I feel like if you're not doing that, you're missing out on maybe a way that you would like to collect. And not only that, but definitely the person behind making the content, missing out on some really great individuals that are out there that it's just another friendship you could make, or another avenue to gain more knowledge in any aspect of the hobby. So yeah, that's basically it. I wanted to film this doing hand modeling just to make John mad, but I didn't really have any cards to show, so I figured I'd turn it around like this. But yeah, John, congrats on 2 years. Glad we're able to start at the same time, because then that grew into the text thread that you started, and then ended up growing into us all staying together in Cleveland. So just all of it's been awesome. Appreciate everything you've done, and all the content you make. Just always enjoy it. So if anybody's not, which I'm sure everybody is, please subscribe to John. Thank you for watching, and just remember, any card can be a great looking card, even if it has 4 soft corners. Thank you.